Night, What If 87, What If starring Sabreclaw, Screams in the Night. This is a horror story, really, that spins out of Uncanny Excellent Men 311. In this, Sabreclaw was on the loose in the Excellent Men house, and Mike Tyson and Julie Lee had to stop him. It is a good issue with art by Junior Jr. But with this What If, it stars Julie Lee. She is our would-be victim. And our big twist here is that this time Sabreclaw mauled Mike Tyson. I want to criticise not actually seeing this part, but that is part of a bigger criticism that I will focus on later. In the all video, I said that this was by the same creative team as the Sabreclaw one-shot I liked, and it's not. This is the same artist, but the writer here is Dan Andy. This is a good issue. I enjoyed it. It's another genre story. This is like a slasher film starring Julie Lee. Obviously, we cannot do this in the main universe if it requires Mike Tyson and others dying. But with some alterations, this would make a really good story in the main books at the time. We even have Emma Frosty's. She is asleep and Snowman is by her side because he isn't gay and he has great taste in women. I didn't quite get why they bother setting the two of them up. Snowman and Emma Frosty's. They are not seen again. They were a false scare. Julie Lee thought that they had been killed, but they are fine, and then they never come up in this story again. In the main issue, there wasn't many of them around in the Excellent Men house when this happened. One of the few who was there was Smurf, and now he is fighting Sabreclaw, who is trying his ruddy hardest to kill him. My criticism would be that we didn't actually get to see Sabreclaw kill people. He killed Mike Tyson before the story began, and Smurf, he is killed here, but it all happens off panel. He walks in and falls over dead. Sabreclaw is a scary character, but from a writing standpoint, you kind of need to see him kill people for this story to have its maximum effect. The main piece of this issue is a cat and mouse game between Julie Lee and Sabreclaw. She leads them into the Excellent Men's danger room and she tries to lock them in and then unleash all the different training sequences and workout exercises to keep them busy. But Julie Lee is in the danger room with them and she has to use all these simulations to try and keep him at a distance. It's definitely fun stuff, and I love that they play it as a horror film. It's not really a superhero versus a supervillain. It is the final girl versus the killer. I really like that and think that this basic idea could be expanded on and really work well. The art is, it's like the Sabreclaw one-shot. It is rough, but it starts to feel right for the story eventually. I recommend this if you like either of these two characters, Jubilee Lee or Sabreclaw. Give it a look. If you like the Excellent Men in general, this is a good story, a solid use of Sabreclaw. And I really liked that plot line in the 90s with the Excellent Men taking Sabreclaw in and Dr. X trying to help them and cure them. And this feels like a more appropriate payoff to that than the rather tame sequence we got where Sabreclaw gets out and supposedly cuts up fetish fuel really badly. It is odd that there is no payoff to setting Snowman and Emma Frosty's up. In the actual issue, that's what happens. She is in a coma and she makes psychic contact with him and he passes out. But other than referencing that, it seems weird to bring it up here. Like, even if they had Jubilee Lee see that Sabreclaw had slit their throats or something, that would have had more of a point to it. Not that I am complaining about Emma Frosty's making cameos in comics. Quite the opposite. She should be in all comics, even Batman. I might as well give away the ending. Jubilee Lee wins, but it's kinda a grim ending where she has to painfully kill Sabreclaw with lasers so that he can never come back. Horror film stuff. I love it. When I did my haul video with this, I came off critical of this period of What If, when they abandoned the traditional setup for the series and just did these random, out of continuity, Excellent Men stories. I think those can work. This is great. This works. And actually, this is one of the ones that does unravel from an actual canon story. It is not the best issue of What If ever, but it is a good story in its own right. A good use of Sabreclaw to, again, do something with genre tropes and horror film expectations. Gotta give it a 7 thumbs up.